Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and we are back with another weekly wears video where I go over every single fragrance that I wore each day last week. So if that's content you want to see more of, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on bell notifications so you're updated whenever I upload something new. I'm going to list all these fragrances in the description down below with some discount codes, but let's not waste any more time. Let's jump right into the list, starting with Sunday. So this week, I really focused on samples. I have so many damn samples in my collection. It's kind of overwhelming, but it's a good problem to have. It allows me to try different things, especially with pricier fragrances. So this first scent is one that I like quite a bit, but I think if I bought a full bottle, it may be a bit redundant in my collection. The scent we are talking about is Dunhill's signature Amalfi Citrus. And one of you guys actually sent this to me, so thank you for that. I appreciate it. The reason I say this could be a bit redundant is because it reminds me a little bit of John Varvatos' Artisan Pure. It has that same zesty citrus with an aromatic, almost tea-like quality to it, so very herbal. And the only thing I would say that's different is that the Varvatos has a more soapy feel to me, which I like. It reminds me of like a white bar of ivory soap. That's here, but very much more subtly. So the neroli is a little bit more in the background to the citrus as being the main notes here. I think this is a really good scent. I've been impressed with everything I've tried from the Dunhill signature line. Again, really the only thing that would stop me from getting a full bottle of this is that I feel like I already own it. I already own it in John Varvatos' Artisan Pure. And I would even say that, believe it or not, I get better performance from the Varvatos than I do from this. So although a good scent, not one that I'm going to be buying a full bottle of anytime soon. Dunhill Signature Amalfi Citrus. Shout out to Dan, my subscriber, for sending me some samples last week. I did a kind of a first impressions video of some layering combinations that he sent me, and he also sent me a decant of this. So if you haven't watched that video yet, be sure to do so. I'll link it down below. You can go check it out at the end of this video. Scent that I wore on Monday is Tom Ford's Metallique. And this one, guys, this is one that I've tested before. It's been a while since I tested it, but I really, really enjoy this scent. It has this powdery, vanillic, almost metallic feel. So it's sweet, clean smelling, but very, very unique. The aldehydes in here actually give it this kind of airy, bouncy vibe to it. It's kind of structured the same way as something like a Parfums de Mali Pegasus, although it lacks the almond sweetness. It has more vanillic sweetness. Very unique smelling, long lasting, one that I think I could probably get away with really any time of year, and one that I think if I smelled on someone else, I would ask them what they were wearing because it is that unique and different. So not one of the more talked about Tom Ford fragrances. There are others that have far more favor for many people, but this one, I don't think you should overlook it. Now, whether or not I'll be adding a bottle or not, that remains to be seen. I really like the scent, but again, I have Pegasus in my collection, and I'm trying to avoid overall redundancy when I'm buying new fragrances. I really have to love the scent, and I really want it to be something different, something that I don't already have in the collection. But overall, this one checks a lot of boxes for me. Tom Ford Metallique. This next one is one of the more hyped fragrances in the last few years. I like it, but I like another one better. Scent we're talking about is Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé. And this one, guys, it is kind of sneaky, the opening, because the opening is going to remind you of the EDP. I think it's one of the ones that is closest to the EDP from the entire line. But the reason why I say the opening tricks you is because you do get that powdery iris in the opening. However, it definitely tones down and you get more of this kind of balsamic sweetness. It has a slight booziness note to it, but it's more sweet than boozy. So for me, it kind of smells a little more like a liqueur versus a straight up boozy whiskey scent. So I know whiskey is one of the notes in here. It also has a slight richness to it. Some people say it's a little bit chocolatey. I don't quite get the chocolate, but I do see what they're talking about. Overall, I'm just a bigger fan of the Eau de Parfum. That fragrance for me is one of the best that I have in my collection. I find myself wanting to wear it quite a bit, especially in the cooler months. I would still say this is a cool weather fragrance. And if you don't like powdery iris as much as balsamic sweetness, this is the one that you might want to lean towards. If the iris is too much in the Eau de Parfum, definitely check this one out. Really good performance, but even that I don't think is quite as good as the Eau de Parfum. Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé. This next one is for sure full bottle worthy for me. Same we're talking about is Nishanes Ani. Just a stunning vanilla fragrance with spice and a twist of ginger of all things. It just works. I love the ginger in here. Cecile Zarokian is the perfumer on here, and many of her fragrances I've fallen in love with, even smelling it in the air right now. This is an absolute beast of a performer. Nice scent bubble. It sticks around. You smell great all day. Really where this one shines for me is not just in the opening. I think the opening's fantastic, is the dry down, the deep dry down. It's woody, it's warm, it's vanillic. It has just this little nod to some like bergamot that's very prominent in the opening, but still kind of there even in the end, which is unique for a citrus note. So overall, absolutely stunning stuff. I think this is ideal for like a night out. It has this sensual edge to it. Date night, this is going to work perfectly. I think it's unisex. This is an amazing fragrance, guys. Absolutely love it. Nishanes Ani. All right, so I am sorry to report I got not duped. I didn't get duped. It just is what it is. I'll get into it. The scent we were talking about is Davidoff's Cool Water. Now, you might say, Gerard, why do you have a sample of Cool Water? You can basically walk into any Burlington or rack store and just grab yourself a bottle for like $20. Look, I needed to smell a vintage formulation of this scent. This scent I grew up wearing. Okay, it was the late 90s. One of the first fragrances that I ever owned as a teenager. And I needed to, nostalgia got the better of me. Okay, so I went on to eBay and I found a decent price for this little 30 ml. 15 ml. So there's a good chance that the batch code on here puts this bottle, dates this bottle to late 90s. And I got to be honest, it's gone bad. It's gone bad. I put it on and there really was no really familiar notes of Cool Water. My wife smelled it. She said it smelled foul. I'm going to try again. I just sprayed it. Let me see if I get anything from it. It's bitter. It smells like the top notes have gone bad. The only thing I pick up from it is some woodiness, and that is kind of typical of these things. You know, you're taking a chance if you're buying a vintage bottle off of eBay. If they haven't been temperature controlled, they maybe were in the sun, or, I don't know how well this was taken care of. Luckily, I didn't spend a ton of money on it. It wasn't anything crazy, but I guess the search continues for my vintage bottle of Cool Water. That would be amazing if I would be able to get my hands on one. So far, that's not the case with this. Davidoff's Cool Water. This next one is my favorite in this line of fragrances. Really popular. So we're talking about is Bleu de Chanel Parfum. And I wore this, and the day that I wore it, it really smelled great. I really enjoy this fragrance. I think this is the best one in the line. For me personally, the reason for that is it smells a little bit more mature in the best way possible. When I say mature, I don't mean like old man. It just smells more versatile for more ages. It's lacking that incense note that is in the original and the Eau de Parfum. The Eau de Parfum smells fantastic. It's not quite as good for me with that incense note. It's a little too prominent. It kind of takes over the fragrance for me, and I like incense. Here, where they took it out and they kind of replaced that grapefruit with some lemon zest, and it really makes this a kind of a closer experience to something like a Bulgari Tiger. It smells super high quality. You'd be pressed to find better quality than what you're getting here in Chanel. And it's one of the highest quality designer fragrances that I've ever smelled. So if you want to talk about, when we talk about niche quality, you're there with this Chanel. It smells absolutely amazing in terms of quality. It has a slightly bittersweet, woody, aromatic vibe to it. Really easy to wear. Really. I mean, this is signature worthy. You're going to smell fantastic. And you get compliments. I mean, this checks every single box. Again, I have others in the collection that do similar, if not the same exact thing. So will I be adding a bottle? Not at this time. Maybe one of those other ones that I wear is done. I might add this to the collection, but right now I just don't feel compelled to add a bottle of this to the collection. I get pretty good performance from it. There really is nothing wrong with this fragrance. It smells great. Chanel's Bleu de Chanel Parfum. Finally, this next one, I 1000% want to add a bottle. When I have a chance to, I'll be doing that when I find it for a great price. Again, I'm going to list all these fragrances down below. Scent we're talking about is MFK's Grand Soir. And I wore this to my friend's daughter's bat mitzvah on Saturday. She celebrated her bat mitzvah. We were lucky enough to celebrate with them. And guys, stunning amber fragrance. It's just absolutely beautiful. Vanilla, labdanum make this a little bit more of a dynamic, straight up amber fragrance, but make no mistake about it, at its heart, it's an amber fragrance, and I love amber fragrances. The night I wore it, this may be one of my favorites because it's so warm and velvety smooth and sexy and just perfect for a party. So the name is, makes sense. It is an eau de parfum concentration. I got amazing performance, nice scent bubble around me. I didn't get any compliments, but I could smell it on myself. I felt like I smelled great. I wore it with this black tee, black blazer, black trousers, pair of dunks. I mean, I felt confident, and that is what a good fragrance is going to do for you sometimes. It's just kind of that, the cherry on the top. It's not going to work miracles, but for me, it just felt right for the moment, what we were doing, how I was dressed. It came through, and it smells absolutely amazing. If you guys have not been able to try this yet, I recommend maybe at least getting a sample because I know this is pricey. Yeah, absolutely amazing scent. Grand Soir from Maison Francis Kurt de Jean. That's it, guys. 7 fragrances that I wore every single day last week. Would love to know what you guys' weekly rotation was. Drop it in the comment section down below, and let me know what some samples you guys have that you're maybe going back and forth on buying a full bottle of. I would love to know, and maybe I can help you in any way I possibly can. Drop it in the comment section down below. But if you guys like content like this, again, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, hit that bell notification so you're updated whenever I upload new content. But until then, have a fantastic week, and I'll see you in the next video.